Hey everybody, I wanted to do something a little different today. I'm actually getting ready to go out with a girlfriend, and so in order to save some time, I'm going to be getting ready while we chit chat. I'm going to just give you a quick recap on life, and I've had a little son. But anyway, let me just first of all just say thank you so much for looking at this video. If you have been seeing my videos, if you could just give me a like just so I know that they're being seen. I know I'm a new channel and there's a different algorithm, and so I just want to make sure that y'all are seeing me okay. And subscribe if you want more content on books and life with Jesus and being a mom of teenager. If you're in the midst of any type of life change that you're going through right now and looking for direction, I am here with you. I have a lot going on right now in my life, and I am also looking forward to sharing with you things that God has taken me through in the past. So, that being said, first of all, I just want to share with you that I had an amazing walk today. Today I did 3.3. I listened to a powerful sermon of Pastor Phillip Anthony Mitchell, and I actually posted it on my Facebook page. I will see if I can get the link on my description of this video if I can. But my handle on Facebook is also Books and Bold Faith. So you can always follow me over there as well. I do a lot of links over there to share things with people. And so I've been going through it. A lot of you know that I've been going through it. I've had some issues with just feeling like the burden of not working and being unemployed, and along with just general life. My oldest daughter is heading off to college next week, and so we are moving her into her dorm next week. Hold on. I had to concentrate. So that is part of a lot going on for us right now, because we are navigating losing a child out of the house. And so we've been just super busy trying to get her all sorted and all ready and all the little things that she needs. Ironically, my own circle of girlfriends right now have daughters as well who are going through the same thing, where they're sending their daughters off to college to get everything they need. They're trying to navigate this new normal. You know, we're trying to get our kids set up in the best way that they can in the world, but not of the world, and also trying to make sure that they have, computer and fridge and textbooks and all the things, that they might need for school. It's a lot. You don't really, when you think about, for all these years, now I still have 2 younger kids. I still have 2 more teenagers. So when you think about all the other things that they still need, you can't hold a candle to what someone needs in college. It's really weird, because a lot of what they need in college is, I cannot find, oh, there it is. A lot of the things that they need in college, they don't need in high school. And a lot of things they need in high school, they don't need in college. So it's kind of bizarre how it all kind of works together. And so the big thing right now is finding, it was like a whole ordeal to find a laptop for her. What we've always done in our house is we share. There's 5 of us in our house. 2 of us share one computer, 3 of us share the other computer. And, I grew up in a house where there was one PC for 4 people. So it was a little odd and a little bizarre to all of a sudden have to somehow justify having more than one computer in the house. But, the way of the world is right now is that they need a computer for everything. Schools provided a computer to every student because they did so much online. Here, they don't do that, but I am not going to do eyeliner. It is pouring rain. I'm not going to mess with that. But I am going to put this primer on so my mascara doesn't run, because I don't have waterproof right now. But anyway, Isn't it crazy how primer is white? I mean, seriously. It kind of blows my mind. And the sermon just blew me out of the water. I mean, Pastor Mitchell is always on fire, but sometimes he is really on fire. And today it was about the Beatitudes and that we were the salt of the earth. And it really struck me so much because we use salt every day, and he really explains the history of how before we had sodium chloride, we didn't, you didn't have all these, the salt really could lose its saltiness. So when God said, that salt that loses its saltiness might as well get thrown out the window and trampled by men, that's because people actually would throw their salt out the window to be trampled by men if they couldn't use it. Now we have sodium chloride, but the presence and the message of it is still there. And that is, I don't know why I just put on blush, because now my little sunburnt spots are really prominent. Okay, what really struck me is that God is calling us as believers to be the salt of the earth. That means we need to give it flavor. We need to make sure that we are living in a way that people can see the difference, that we're not bland, that we are not afraid. Anyway, I'm not going to say that much about this sermon. You just need to go check it out. But anyway, so after I did my walk, I came home, a bunch of chores and, normal stuff. I just really wanted to encourage you today. I know it's okay to have your days where you're down and things are really frustrating you and you are spending basically your whole day on your knees asking God to help you. I want you to know that is not everything. That is not the whole picture. Pause. It's not the whole picture. It's not some people go overboard and they think that the Christian life is like a barrel of monkeys, and that's where you get into prosperity gospel and all that false junk. And some people think it's terrible and awful, and they have they don't think you're ever going to have a good day. And you know what? Neither one is true. You are going to still, life is life. You're still going to have trials. You're still going to have tribulations. You're still going to have highs. You're still going to have lows. The difference is if you have Jesus or not. And if you don't have Jesus, you're going to fill up that gap with drinking or smoking or sex or, laying on the couch and binge watching Netflix or eating a tub of ice cream. You're going to lay in bed all day and not really want to do anything. And, with Jesus, he, you might still have the thoughts to do those things. You might still want to do those things, but the difference is you're not by yourself. You're not alone. He will be there to help you and to guide you. And, you are his child. We're all his children. The difference is do you accept that you're his child or not? The difference is do you realize that you are a sinner in need of saving? And if you realize that, then all you got to do is get on your knees or just stand there and say, Lord, please help me. I can't tell you how many times I have stood in this very room or raised my fist and gone, God, I really need you to help me. I cannot do this. This is driving me crazy. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Fill in the blank. Work, school, job, kids, husband, life, in-laws, whatever, but he is there and he will help you and he will guide you and he'll protect you. His word is full of encouragement and doubt and anger and frustration. If you haven't, take a look at, I've done 3 so far. There will be more coming. I already have a list of the more that are going to be coming. Look at my playlist of Let Me Tell You About. And it's people from the Bible that were not perfect, that had character flaws, or were not of the best stature, or did not have the most social standing that God used and God took care of and God prayed, and did amazing things with them. So, and I myself am a testimony. As the time goes on with our journey together here, I will be sharing more and more of my own testimony. 2 videos ago, about, some of the tragic things that happened in my life, I actually got a little emotional during that video, and so you never know what God will use. God can use the hard parts of your life for his glory, to bring you to reconciliation, to bring you to a peace, and I just want to encourage you with that today. So I will try my best to get you the link for that sermon so you can listen to it. Of course, Phillip Anthony Mitchell is also on YouTube. So under the 2819 Church, the sermon I listened to was actually quite old. It was like 1.5 years old, honestly. But I will see if I can get that to you so you can take a look at that. And also, just a quick reminder, I am a Dwell ambassador. If you go to my link, there is a coupon code along with my direct link, and that will get you 15% off on your purchase. There's no minimum to the purchase that you get to get that 15% off, which is great. So that is a really great motivator. It's a small Christian-based company here in the U.S. Highly recommend. I am an ambassador, but I also am a patron. So please keep that in mind, that I will never advertise a company that I don't personally believe in, or that I don't personally am a patron of myself. So I think all I have left to do is put on my jacket, and I'm going to be out the door. I am ready to go have dinner with my girlfriend. And I hope you have a great day.